Hello world, Shelly here, and today I've got for you my 6-month update on TRETINOIN, and I get my TRETINOIN through Curology. So this is my 6-month Curology update. I have been using Curology for a little over 6 months. 6 months and 2 weeks, 6.5 months approximately right now. I started the 3rd week of October of 2019, so just over 6 months time. I am filming this in, what is today, May 7th, I think? First week of May, so 2020. We are going to go through some close-up photos, comparisons from 6 months ago to now, and since my last Curology update, they have released a new version of their moisturizer, so we're going to talk about that as well. So if you're not familiar with Curology, it's a subscription prescription skincare service in the United States, and you can you get assigned a skincare provider that will do via the internet, so photos and Q&A online, a skincare regimen for you, whether your treatment concerns are acne, anti-aging, fine lines, hyperpigmentation, etc. You discuss all of that with your provider, and they will prescribe a custom super bottle for you. And you receive that super bottle on whatever time of rotation you subscribe to, and you have access to communicate with your provider whenever you want through the app or through the websites, and I find it to be very reasonably priced and very easy to use because I don't have to physically go to a dermatologist. Now, of course, I have physically gone to a dermatologist, and I had come into resistance where they would not prescribe TRETINOIN to me because I don't have acne. And I don't know what regulations exist that make that a thing, but I know some states have that as one of their criteria, and I don't know if it's state level, I don't know if it's what kind of provider, I have no idea, but I couldn't get TRETINOIN through my dermatologist. And because if I say I have acne, I tried, I was like, but I get a pimple sometimes. They laughed at me. They literally laughed at me. And I said, I know, I'm being ridiculous. But that was a problem. Now, I know there are lots and lots and lots of people on YouTube that have great results getting their TRETINOIN from the online pharmacies and sort of, I don't want to say black market, but, without a prescription, even though it's supposed to be prescribed in the United States. Not all countries require a prescription, so we're just one of those countries that does. I tried that. I had fraud issues with my credit card, and it was a giant pain. So I do not recommend that you go on the black market to try to get these things, not to mention the fact that you can't, rely on the potency or the regulation of those products anyway. So I personally prefer to get my prescription skincare through someone who has actually prescribed it to me. That's why I stick with Curology. So let's talk about what Curology offers. You can get different plans. This is not sponsored, by the way. I've had very good experiences with them so far. You can subscribe to their full set. They make a cleanser, and they have 2 different moisturizers to choose from. And your super bottle, that is what they would call the full set. That is $59.90 for a 2-month supply. So you get shipped a new box every 2 months and then charged $60. You get the free shipping and handling. If you just want the custom super bottle, which is your prescription skincare, you can subscribe to a large bottle of it, which is a 2-month supply. It's $39.90 for 2 months, so you'll get a bottle that'll last you 2 months. You're billed every 2 months, free shipping and handling, or you can just get a small bottle of your custom bottle. That's your prescribed formula. And the small bottle is a 1-month supply. It is $19.95 per month, and you pay $4.95 for shipping and handling. So this past 6 months, I have subscribed to the entire set so that I could test it all out. I had started out on the original moisturizer because that's all they had when I first started. And then I switched, as soon as they came out with the rich moisturizer for dry skin, I switched to that. Now, one thing with signing up for Curology, it's not available in all states because 2 things have to be true. Your state has to allow telemedicine or online prescribables. And even if they do, there has to be a provider available in your state that is taking new patients. So if you don't see your state on the list as a state that is allowed to sign up for Curology, just keep checking. They don't currently have like a notification system to let you know when that happens, I think because it changes so frequently, but just keep checking. Virginia wasn't on the list when I first wanted to try them out, and after a few months I kept checking back, and finally they showed up. So I can get it now in Virginia. Let's talk about what should we do first? Should we do my face or should we do the moisturizers? Let's look at my results and then we'll talk about the difference between the two moisturizers. So here are some photos looking at my original mid-October skin and the state that I was in. I definitely had a lot more sort of just general inflammation. I will say that I was not eating as well in terms of nutrition around that time. I am eating a lot better now in terms of getting my daily fruits and vegetables and working on my hydration, but I did have a lot of extra inflammation in my skin, I felt like. And here are the comparison photos of what my skin is looking like today. I feel like there's definite reduction in texture. My skin is much more smooth. I can see a definite reduction in the appearance of my pores, as in fewer pores are visible and the ones that are visible are less prominent than they were before. I am seeing big decreases in my dark spots. They are fading, which is pretty remarkable to me because I have been trying to fade my dark spots with over-the-counter products for many, many years. And so I'm very happy about that. Overall, could not be happier with the condition of my skin. The tretinoin, in my opinion, I find that, so I did retinols for years, over-the-counter retinols, drugstore and, prestige brands, all different kinds of retinols. The thing is, the retinols you get over the counter versus a prescription tretinoin or Retin-A is that the stuff you get over the counter, those retinols, your body has to convert those ingredients into the form that it can actually use in your body. Whereas tretinoin is already in the form that your body uses, so your body doesn't have to convert to anything. So you don't lose any strength, and it seems to me the most obvious thing I've noticed in the difference between tretinoin and an over-the-counter retinol is the speed at which they work. I've been into skincare for so many years and had gotten to what I thought was a plateau with as far as I could get with over-the-counter skincare. And within the first 3 weeks of starting Curology, I'll list my previous Curology updates below, I was already seeing changes in my skin, just switching from over-the-counter ingredients to prescription strength ingredients. So it's not that I didn't get results with the over-the-counter stuff. I did, but I got even more results and more quickly with prescription skincare. So that has been the biggest difference in terms of what is noticeable to me. So needless to say, I'm very happy with my results so far. Recently, as in with my next box, I have decided to move forward with just my large super bottle, mainly because I have favorite moisturizers and cleansers. But let's talk about the options you get through Curology. So Curology makes a cleanser. It is your nice typical gel cleanser. The nice thing about all of their products is that they're non-comedogenic and they are safe for sensitive skin. So they really avoid the trigger ingredients that, might irritate rosacea or just sensitive skin in general or trigger acne. You're not going to have those problems with their products. So if you don't already have favorites in the cleanser and moisturizer categories, I highly recommend you check out what you can get from Curology. So I did enjoy the cleanser. I used it both with my fingertips and with my Clarisonic brush. It works both either way. It works both. It works well. You know what I'm trying to say. when you use it with the Clarisonic, it is not too bubbly or anything like that. You know how some cleansers you just can't use with a Clarisonic brush because they just get all foamy and crazy. No problem with this. It is mild and does not get all foamy and crazy. Let's talk moisturizers though, because that is really what I mostly want to talk about, because that's the new thing that I have not talked about in any videos about Curology, because the moisturizer did not exist in my previous videos. So they started out with just what they called the moisturizer. Now it's the gel moisturizer. So, never mind, my cat scratched me today. I'm going to pump some out. Don't tell me I grabbed the empty one. I did not. Whew, okay. So you get your moisturizer bottle, and here is the texture. It is like a sort of a gel. See the consistency there? And again, non-comedogenic, not going to cause breakouts, and it's super lightweight. It wears wonderfully well under makeup. One nice thing about both of the moisturizers from Curology is that a good solid moisturizer is going to give you all three of the primary ingredients that make moisturizers work. So you're going to get humectants, which are going to basically attract water, bind water, help hydrate that outer layer of your skin. You're going to get the occlusives, which slow down the loss of water from your skin. And you're going to get emollients, which are the things that make your skin feel like soft and supple, because they kind of like fill in the little cracks between skin flakes and just kind of smooth everything out. So they give you that smooth, supple look. And a good moisturizer that, especially if you have dry skin, you're looking for a moisturizer that has all three. Both formulas of the Curology moisturizers do have all three. So this is your lightweight moisturizer. You probably don't have dry skin. You're probably normal to combo to oily. That's the moisturizer you're going to go for. But if you're dry skinned like me, my initial reaction to this moisturizer was that it's just not quite enough for me. It's enough for me in the summertime, but winter, no way. Well, thank goodness they came out this past winter with the Rich moisturizer. And I was skeptical because some companies, when they say they're coming out with a moisturizer for dry skin or a rich moisturizer, that's like code word for thick. And yeah, sometimes thick is a good thing, but if that's all you're getting out of your moisturizer, thick isn't what makes it good for dry skin. Thick might help it stick around a little longer, but it all comes down to the ingredients that are in it. So when they came out with the Rich moisturizer, I was like, we'll see. Well, I'm happy to report I love it. I'm almost out of it. I almost forgot to save enough to show you for a video. So, as you see, she thick. It is definitely a thick formula. And the good news is that's not all. So, let me just show you. Thick. Definitely creamy, thick. I put way too much on my hand here. We are going to have to put this up my arm. So the texture, definitely thick, definitely creamy, but it does still sink into the skin very quickly, as you see. Oh, it makes my tattoos look so lovely. But it sinks in the skin nicely, but it also kind of, because of that thickness, it gives you that sort of barrier that sticks around. I prefer it at night. It's a little bit too much for me to wear under makeup. If I'm going to wear something under makeup, I'll wear the gel moisturizer or one of my other favorite moisturizers, like the Believe True Cream Moisturizing Balm, my favorite moisturizer of life. But this one's lovely. It's a lovely moisturizer. Let's talk about these ingredients. So if you're going to be using the gel moisturizer, aka the original, the moisturizer, you're getting hyaluronic acid, you are getting glycerin, those are both humectants, and you're getting, for emollient and occlusive properties, dimethicone silicone. So it's very basic, not a ton of anything. It's your very simple, straightforward formula, not going to mess with your skin, not going to give you acne, basic. Works for oily skin, combo skin, normal skin, dry skin if you're not super dry. But if you have really dry skin, you are going for the Rich moisturizer. I've got the ingredients here in front of me. the humectants inside this moisturizer that are going to bind water and help improve that outer layer hydration. We've got hyaluronic acid, glycerin, aloe, and allantoin. Those are all humectants. So you have humectants coming from all sides. The problem with humectants is that if you don't combine them with occlusive ingredients to keep that moisture, you could actually end up drying your skin out further. Have you ever heard? I know I've said it a bunch of times. You may have heard it elsewhere as well. Hyaluronic acid, if you don't have occlusives with it, you actually could dry your skin out more. If you don't provide moisture for it, it's going to bind moisture, and if there's not enough in the air or not enough around in your moisturizers, you're actually going to pull moisture out of your skin. So you don't want a ton of humectants without occlusives. So we have some occlusives going on in here. So shea butter is actually all three, humectant, occlusive, and emollient. And then we also have, where's my list? I lost my place. Squalane as another. It's an occlusive and an emollient. So it's both providing the moisture for your humectants to bind, and it is going to give you that nice smooth, sort of smoothing out. The emollients give you that smooth feeling to the touch and also the smooth feeling to your skin. So your rich moisturizer has just more of all three of those main ingredients that you want in your moisturizers. So overall, I am loving life with my Curology plan. My super bottle has 4% niacinamide, 0.02% tretinoin. So this is my first bottle of my first step up. So I was on 0.01% tretinoin for about 5 months. And when I got to the point that I could use that every single night, I switched. Well, I requested from my provider to increase my tretinoin. And at that time, I sent her new pictures of my skin progress. And she had said that she felt that I could continue getting good results at the 0.01 strength, but that she would bump me up to 0.02 and see how I reacted, see if it gave me any issues with irritation, dry skin. Because one thing about tretinoin, especially when you increase the strength or the frequency that you're using it, you can flake. You get flaky skin. And I'm almost to the point where I have it pretty well figured out and my skin has adjusted. And so I'm going to stick with the 0.02. I just got my second bottle in the mail. This one's almost empty. My cat stole the top. So there's normally a cap on here and my cat stole it. So it's gone. He gone. But so that is the tretinoin that I've got in my custom bottle, and azelaic acid, 5%. So in my original interview, I had said I primarily want to address my anti-aging. So wrinkles, texture, I wanted to address my hyperpigmentation, primarily anti-aging and skin brightness. So that is the super bottle that I am on right now. I am going to stick to this level of tretinoin for probably a good long time. I don't feel the need to jump up really from this point. I think it's working really well, and I don't want to increase the irritation. I get flaky skin so easily because my skin dehydrates really easily. So I find that this is a pretty good balance between any kind of irritation and the level of success in progress in my skin that I'm seeing. So there you have it. That is my Curology tretinoin update at the 6-month mark. I'll probably go another 3 to 6 months and come back in and check in again with you guys. Let me know if you would like more continuing updates on my journey with Curology, my results, etc. I will continue making the videos if you guys want to see them. I don't expect there to be many drastic changes between now and forever, but if I can just hold off time just a little longer, I just want to look as good as I can for my age. It's not that I don't want to age. I would never, ever go back to my 20s. You couldn't pay me to go back to my 20s. You probably could pay me to go back to my 30s, but no, not really. I just want to look as good as I can for the age that I am. I'm 45. There you have it. So, are you guys using Curology? Do you have it? Do you enjoy it? Can you get it where you are? I will link it down below where you can check to see if it's available in your state. I will link down below the link to try it out. Oh, I forgot to say, and this has nothing, my links are not affiliate links. They don't even identify me. Like, they're just links straight to their websites. And you can get a free 1-month trial. You pay $4.95 shipping and handling, and they will send you a custom super bottle for 1 month and try it out. So try that if you would like. It's not an affiliate link. It is literally everyone that goes to the Curology website is eligible to get it as long as it's available in your state, and they are taking new patients in your state. So go check the links down below. Check out Curology if you are interested. If you're already using it, let me know what your experience has been down below. What are your skin concerns? Is it working? What kind of super bottle do you have? Let me know all the details. I like chatting this stuff with you guys. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over skincare with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.